for anyone out there who feels really strongly a conviction inside, or even just a gut feeling to do something that they really love, I would say just drop what you're doing, and if it is possible, do whatever you can to pursue it.
G'day guys, Rob from A Life That Travels. I'm here with Wan Hee at the New Colombo Plan Business Champions event, which has been great. And you were the 2018 New Colombo Plan Fellow for Nepal.
Yes, I was.
Tell me about food in Kathmandu.
I would really love to. I think one story that summarizes the food experience for me, because I love food, was I went to a friend's wedding, which was one of 5 days because the wedding spanned over a week there, and it was a high tea event. So I went to this function, exchange of the rings, and they brought out so much food during the event, and I thought, oh, this is fantastic. Ate so much because I hadn't eaten all day, and then after the ring ceremony, they asked us all to leave to go outside for the high tea.
Nice.
And I'm asking my friends, what are they on about? We just had a high tea. And when we went out, there was a courtyard that was massive, and the whole perimeter was lined with individual chefs at each counter preparing each little dish for everyone. And I was so excited. Even though I was quite full, I decided to challenge myself and try everything. By the end of the night, it was so delicious, like a fusion of Indian and Nepali food, but I ate so much, I got really sick. I had to sit away from all my friends. I sat on a table alone, ready to vomit because I could not bear the sight of food, and went home, didn't eat for a few days, but that's how good Nepali food is.
What a cultural experience, eh? I bet you didn't see that coming, right?
No way.
So tell me, I've been to Nepal a long time ago, and I remember stepping out the first morning in the mountains, and just my heart kind of dropped out of my chest and hit the ground.
Yes.
But tell me more about what it's like to really spend time in Nepal.
The first thing that stood out for me from the beginning was how comfortable I was from day one.
Yeah.
I guess a part of that is because they thought I looked quite Nepali, so nobody bothered me. But people generally, regardless, are so welcoming and so peaceful, extremely hospitable and gentle people. So the friends I met there, I only went back recently, a few weeks ago, just decided last minute and flew out the next day.
Wow.
And to walk down the street I used to live and run into people I used to be friends with was just magical.
Isn't that amazing?
It was so special and I consider Nepal very on par with Sydney as my first home.
Nice. What's your background? So, where did you go to uni here in Australia? And what did you study?
Yes, so I went to uni at the University of Technology, Sydney,
cool.
and studied construction project management.
Awesome. So, how did that lead you to Nepal then?
Yes, so I actually started studying commerce and law, and then I changed to construction project management when I realized that's what I was really passionate about. But the end goal for me from the beginning was to do work in the development sector or the humanitarian sector through construction project management, because that's where I personally believe infrastructure is needed the most urgently. So once that was really clear and I found out about the New Colombo Plan, I realized that they were still undergoing reconstruction following the 2015 earthquake in Nepal, and Nepal was on the list, so it was just a sign, and I didn't think twice about it.
Can I ask you about that moment where you realised that it was construction management for you and not commerce law?
Yes.
Tell me about that moment where you suddenly realised, hang on a second, it's this thing over here.
Yep.
Tell me about it.
Yep. So there was a very distinct period where my dad and I would watch Extreme Makeover Home Edition at home, where if you don't know about it, it's a show where they find really deserving families in America, send them away for about a week, and completely rebuild their home from scratch. And I would keep telling my dad, if someone offered me that job, I would drop every penny I had and go on that. And then I started questioning, well, why am I not doing it? And then I helped my parents build our house, and we went back to the builder for that, and I was just talking to him and saying, oh, what do I need to do to gain some work experience with you? And he said, oh, what do you study? And then I told him law and commerce, and he said you should be doing construction project management or engineering. And that's when I realized the degree existed, and once I knew it existed, I actually didn't go back to the following semester. Doing my law degree, I changed straight away. I just did not know it existed.
What advice would you have to somebody? Because that's amazing that you've done that. And look where it's led. I mean, it's led you to Nepal.
Yeah,
like,
I know.
Literally, like Australia's best scholarship. Now we're at this like business function with CEOs and all this crazy crap. But what would you? That happened because you like had the guts to do it, right? What would you say to somebody who knows what it is in their heart, but maybe is like hesitating about following it?
Yeah. Having gone through the experience myself, I think for anyone out there who feels really strongly a conviction inside, or even just a gut feeling to do something that they really love, I would say just drop what you're doing, and if it is possible, do whatever you can to pursue it, because honestly, I could see the impact it had following my passions versus just studying something because it was interesting. Everything happened super quickly, even from getting a job while I was studying to the New Colombo plan. If you have good intentions behind what you want to do, don't even think twice. It does require a bit of bravery and courage.
Yeah, totally. Was your family supportive?
They were.
Yeah,
they
nice.
were. And I was so strong-minded about it that they didn't really challenge me on it either.
Nice. So you just came home one day and was just like, I've decided. That's it. I'm changing.
That's exactly how it happened.
Awesome.
Yep.
Nice. Cool. And so then when you were in Nepal, what kind of stuff did you do there?
Yes, so generally in the area of post-earthquake reconstruction, but three key things with the UN and the National Society for Earthquake Technology. One was improving safety practices in housing reconstruction.
Yep.
The second was analysing supply chain of building materials used in the housing reconstruction, particularly in the remote village areas. And third, using digital technologies and applications to build back better.
Nice.
And more disaster resilient.
Fantastic. Look, tell me a little bit more, because I don't know much about construction management in general. I mean, you say construction management, and I kind of think about burly blokes in hard hats, which I know is like, it's so stupid, right?
No, that's most of what it is.
We're being honest. But tell me more about what you do in construction management on what's it like to study?
Yes. So I get this question asked a lot because particularly in a lot of the Asian Pacific countries, they don't have this degree. So I've had to explain it to people. Construction project management is a holistic understanding of delivering generally, it could be small, but generally large-scale construction projects. And so we would engage consultants such as the architect, the engineer, and make sure that the project is delivered on time, on budget, on schedule, to the quality required.
Got it.
And it's a lot of coordination and execution for the client.
Nice.
Yeah.
Awesome. And obviously, like, that can be applied in many ways. Like, you're out doing work more on the community side of things. Oh no, not now. Now you're working here in Australia. So you did that for your New Colombo plan, but now tell me about what you actually do in your day-to-day job now.
Yes, so I just recently started as a project manager at Essence Project Management.
Cool.
And so I went from I used to work in the contractor side where I would work with a lot of men in hard hats and boots.
Nice.
Onto the client side. So there are two project managers, one for the contractor and one for the client, who represents the client's needs and the requirements are being met. And they coordinate and negotiate between the client and the head contractor. So the day-to-day role varies quite a lot, but that's generally the gist of what I do.
How important is or was your international study experience in getting you where you are now?
It was valued so and regarded so highly by not just my current employer, but many other employers I spoke with. To have the cross-cultural understanding and skills to work with such a wide range of people from many different backgrounds, they appreciated that a lot. Essence Project Management is looking to expand into the Indo-Pacific region in the next 3 to 5 years, so they particularly value that as well.
Got it. And lastly, tell me, so this is the New Colombo Plan Business Champions, but you're also part of the alumni network. What's it like being a scholar as part of that network? Do you guys feel like a sort of special secret? So, can you hold my microphone?
Of course, of course. To be very honest, it feels like such a close-knit group of friends who have been friends for such a long time. There is, quite strangely, an unspoken connection between all the NCP scholars because we have experienced similar experiences overseas and had such a life-changing period of our lives that we all understand because we did the same thing. So I would say, I mean, we just on Sunday we went for a picnic together for anyone in Sydney who's an alumni, just to catch up. And
Amazing.
Everyone is so different. Sorry, we'll invite you next time, Rob.
That was my invite. I'll totally be there.
100% next time. But everyone is quite
crazy.
different personalities, different backgrounds. But at the same time, there is also so much that's in common.
Yeah.
So it's such a privilege to be part of a group that really believes in NCP because we have experienced it firsthand and we have the privilege of promoting that to other students.
And so what do you say to somebody who is thinking about applying for this?
Don't think, just act. Read the NCP website in detail because that has all the information you could possibly need. And if you still feel like it's right for you, just act. Just get in the application process. Yep. Contact one of us if you have any questions. We'd be more than happy to help.
Thanks, Monty. It's so great to chat
No,
with you.
thank you.
Nepal. Amazing.
I'm so happy I picked Nepal.
Good job. Take
Thank
care.
you.